really hard to challenge the Roshan. Speaking about the Roshan pit, and we're into the draft, have we seen Beastmaster much in the main event? Like in group stage, he was running rampant every single game. And I felt like if you're looking for a hero to give you the vision into the Roshan pit, there's no other better hero. We haven't seen him much, right?
No, it's been...
I don't know if we've seen him on the main stage at all.
Vega played it in one of their games. Was that the main stage?
Okay.
I'm not sure. It's being.
They did it in their push strat against EG, wasn't it?
And we see Liquid ban out both of the Bulldog heroes.
Okay.
And no Earth Spirit, no Tusk ban.
I mean, is Alliance going to ban the Earth Spirit? I don't think Alliance were expecting Lone Druid ban because they're going to their. I mean, you're a drafter. You've planned out your first 2 bans already.
Oh, they banned the Raze?
Yeah,
they even both.
So their strategy is to shut down the Fada heroes.
Yes.
I mean, well, here's the thing, right? If Alliance doesn't play Earth Spirit, and they're not really known to play Tusk, or at least they don't prioritize it a way that Liquid does. Liquid's like, yeah, sure, we'll keep leaving it in the pool. We could pick it up later. Let's pick up what we want.
Alliance was, I think, expecting to get the IO in this trade, but the problem is, at this stage, we may see neither Tusk nor Earth Spirit. Theoretically, Liquid could second pick it, but they're not the best supports to have with IO.
Isn't Jarek's... No, I guess
Kuroki's the IO
player.
player.
The main issue with like the IO plus the Tusk or the Earth Spirit is that you don't have like the best laning presence for your supports. You have to pick 3 very strong laning core heroes at that point, which is still possible. But and with the Chen, I don't know. Earth Spirit still seems like a plausible pick for Liquid here in the second slot.
Now, whenever I see IO being picked up for Team Liquid, the automatic combo I see is actually the Necrophos. They run it so much. They have so much healing. I think they're actually one of the few teams that still run it. It gives you the late game presence where once you pick up the Aghanims, late game is almost secured, right? You just get that Reaper kill with the Aghanims. And of course, they're so strong in lane. You make that dive with the Spirits as well as Death Pulse. Let's see if Alliance is going to deny that pick, because I don't think that Liquid will pick it up second. But they'll pick it up down the road.
We said not pick. I was like, I don't think Alliance is second picking the Necrophos. No. I read you now. The other thing, like you look at Fatih's heroes being banned, you're thinking like, do we need to pick up a Fatih hero now? The one hero they run when they haven't played their late game stretch has been, they've done quite a bit of Death Prophet. We haven't seen Death Prophet in the main stage. It's a hero that's fallen off and not been valued by teams like EG or LGD, but I could see Liquid pulling it out here if they feel like they can get away with it in the mid lane. Chen's a bit of a rough matchup because it's a hero that's easily can just smoke gank and apply pressure there, but IO keeps Death Prophet alive, and something that Liquid could be considering, if not as a second pick, but later down the lines.
Fata also plays quite a bit of Viper, so you could maybe say that laning against the Puck Viper might be a bit better.
In middle school, I bet Fata was the hall monitor, checking to see if people had bathroom passes.
Yeah. I like this pick. Even though Alliance have the Chen to gank this, it can be kept alive, protected very well by the IO, and it's going to be a bit more faster paced tempo. They want to hit their timing before Alliance comes online when they've got the Exorcism.
Thoughts on Puck rather than Batrider?
Maybe Alliance just thinks it works better against
S4, yeah.
Maybe they just think it works better against what they believe Liquid will play like.
Wisp is a natural Batrider counter, if you will, because a good Wisp player will always relocate, and they won't relocate back to base. They'll relocate right there just to break the tether, or sorry, the lasso. So maybe that is one of the big reasons to choose Puck. Still though, I think Batrider's a good enough hero that you could still jam
the diehard fan. Guys, he painted his face. And he gets an applause for that, and well deserved. That's going to be tricky taking off tonight. Unless he's going to leave it on until tomorrow if they win.
Because Alliance will win, you know?
They might.
They believe.
Is that your prediction, Lou? We didn't actually do predictions. You think Alliance have this?
Look, I think the 2 teams are very close. Jerax loaned me his mouse so I could play pub, so Team Liquid all the way, I guess.
That's your criteria.
That's trust, man.
No, it was his mouse before he got sponsored, so all of that Earth Spirit energy was in there.
Nice. You're gonna learn Earth Spirit then. It's gonna just.
I played Bounty and I ran into S4 and Bulldog in pub and I got trashed.
That sounds like what happened to Jerax's Bounty when he played against Wings.
There you go.
You know.
maybe that was a Bounty Hunter mouse.
Talking about Bulldog. 3 of zeros got banned out. We have also a Lycan ban there, so a bit less push on the side of Team Liquid. But you already have a lot in the form of a Death Prophet.
And this tells something. You're banning a Jerax hero, and it's not a Tusk or an Earth Spirit. It's the Winter Wyvern, because Alliance want to take away one of those kind of counter push heroes and just a stronger laning support that kind of would just pair a bit better with the IO.
I think that's why Liquid banned the Lycan, is they saw the Winter Wyvern ban and they said, ooh, they're looking to zoo push. So.
Alliances
Defend the natural IO counter, so the IO partner, and something that Matamba Man could likely play in that kind of
Why do you think
safe lane role.
something that just dominated last patch was IO Tiny? Why do you think we've seen a lot less IO Tiny this tournament?
I think that's. What do you think, Lumi?
I think Tiny was really the reason that was really prevalent. You see teams actually just picking Tiny. In fact, before Wisp, sometimes without Wisp.
Right.
And the reason for that is a lot of times he just walks around, gets solo kills. This patch, there's a lot more like stuff in the way. Chen creeps, Prophet Treants, Wolves, and things like that. So it could just be a trend thing. You know, on the mid lane also, he used to lane much better because there weren't DPs and pucks and bats running around. So I think it's a combination of things. And now we do see that EG on Rubik. So is that just a comfort pick, or because I don't?
Comfort pick, and also as if they want to go for a more push oriented strategy, Nullfield is something that always kind of kicks in. I've seen Alliance. I think it was one of their group stage games, or like either that or WCA, where they had a push strat with Chen Rubik, and it was just 1 point telekinesis, max Nullfield.
Yeah.
So
underrated is like helping support your push and deal with creep clear.
Does it also maybe advocate that they might be going for a gyrocopter as a core, just to have like the gyrocopter Rubik lane, you know, done. You don't need to touch that anymore. I think sort of.
That's a pretty high chance that they're going for something like that, or like a Rubik plus Juggernaut.
Yeah.
With the puck pick in the mid lane, you want load on something with a bit more oomph and carry potential, rather than some of the games like we've seen him play a Starladder, for example.
Yeah. Damn, he got such an early blink in that game, and they still end up losing that game.
S4 puck 2 also. It was like 9-minute Starladder blink, 11-minute puck blink, and they got no kills for like 10 minutes.
They had a 20-minute Radiance and Midas on the Druid, and they just lost. So
that game, that was in their hands. That was a game. I think if they played 5 more times, they would win the majority of them.
Sure.
But so Liquid's 3rd and 4th pick coming up now. I wonder what they kind of prioritize as far as the picks here go. Like this, if you're thinking Jarek series, Earth Spirit, Tusk, they're going to be there. At least one of them will be there if you want to fit pick it. So there's no rush to pick
of those two, who do you think have the best counter push out of Tusk and Earth Spirit?
Earth Spirit's a little bit better, I'd say.
I mean, Niter excels. Yeah. You don't really pick him for that.
Right.
Earth Spirit just because you've got the stun aspect.
The mind control Darkseid.
That's good.
Solid.
Give you some deep push and just teamfight wombo combo. I imagine they give Matamba Man something that, like the Ember Spirit could still always come into play here. That's actually a classic Matamba Man hero that pairs really well with Darkseid.
They also know the Oracle's not coming out now, so they don't have to worry about the hard counter to him in lane. I think this is also a very smart pick because Mind Control said in his interview that he's kind of nervous playing on the main stage. It's really one of his first times having to be up on a main stage. And so I think one way to deal with that is just give him something comfortable. Give him something he knows inside and out. He's not going to feel pressured to do new things. He can just get into his zone and just play some Darkseer.
And Darkseer is one of the, I guess, easier heroes to pilot in the lane. Like, you don't have to, have precise movements. You just put Iron Shot on creeps and watch them go for you. So
I guess all the more reason for Alliance to go for that Gyrocopter or possibly a Juggernaut now, just for the laning stage against Darkseer. But
Alliance was one of the teams that yesterday also picked up the Terrorblade and actually won with it as well. Not sure if that is an option at all, but you get the illusions with it as well.
Yeah,
I think Terrorblade is a little bit dangerous, considering that first you're dealing with DP silence. Second, you're picking into Necrophos. Remember, you have to get low health.
Well, there's no Necrophos just yet.
Well, I mean, it could be a counter pick, right?
Yeah.
So I think Juggernaut would be better over the Gyro for the same reason as well. You do have 1 or even 2 natural ways to kind of dance around against the Necrophos.
Oh, there it is.
And the Jug's more burst damage to actually bring down the Death Prophet through the X's, and when you look at what Omni-Slash brings to the table. So they're going to keep Matamba Man here. I don't think Necro is the pick here, though. It's so slow.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Even in the 4th pick, you got Dark, even before the Jug, like Darkseer, Death Prophet, Necro, like 3 slow pace kind of heroes. No like real good initiation. Like that to me would just not be. You want something from a Matamba Man that can initiate, fight, play aggressive. Ursa always comes to mind when they've got the Io, like an Io Ursa.
Okay.
Gyrocopter is still okay. Not saying Matamba Man plays a lot, but I think they want something just much more aggressive here.
That's the hero.
Well, okay, there we are again.
We can hear the crowd getting a little rowdy.
Yes.
It was the boot
We're
camp.
getting hyped up.
So the other combo that I've actually seen in the group stage, and we don't see that combo much because Earth Spirit is also always banned out, is Earth Spirit plus Iron Shell. Put Iron Shell on him, he just rolls in, and that's first blood.
Yeah.
So that's something that Alliance has to be extremely aware, considering that one of your supports is constantly in the jungle. You have Rubik as your support. He's not great as a support in terms of lane.
And that's Jerks' like general like go-to as far as the first 3 to 5 minutes of the game go. He's either looking for rolling boulders on mid lane, or for the off or to help out someone like in the off lane like a Darkseer. He's just all over the place. You can't expect him to be like set in one lane and not roaming around.
What's Bulldog's hero?
Weaver.
Okay.
This is you've run out of Bulldog heroes. Look at these bands. 4 of them.
I thought
targeted
Tide
Bulldog.
Hunter would have been decent because you see the relocate coming. You could
Beastmaster?
park your Tide under it.
But why Weaver?
Yeah, there's 2 silences available.
More damage, like something they were kind of lacking in their lineup. Rubik as a support does. Rubik Chen provides no damage. Puck's kind of limited.
Are they trying to do
He
some
can be
like
hard to catch out by relocate
level 1
ganks.
Roche?
Axe time
Level
lapse?
1 Roche, boys? Swarm for level 1 Roche? Do we see it?
Storm's actually really good against Wisp.
You
during the
can't do that
fights.
in this stadium. They
Puck.
actually get
Oh, you-
so loud.
Puck's also really hard for level 1 Roche. Same with I guess ranged heroes in general, but
You
you,
can
don't have
level 1
anything
Roche
to buff
with
up.
this, for sure.
You got Healing Ward.
Healing Ward, Swarm. Swarm is like the best level 1 Roche ability, isn't it?
It's
Like, next to,
up
like,
there
Ursa,
in terms of
like-
minus armor.
What's
Yeah.
Matumba's hero?
Minus armor is actually ridiculous
Um,
against Roche. Like,
the-
which do you think is better on Venge level 1 for Roche? Is
I
how
think
better?
the minus armor is.
Yes, it is. Technically, it's better than even the plus damage.
So, and the other thing about the Weaver pick is there's nothing really to pressure it in lane right now. Like, the laning stage is really good for Weaver when it's an IO support. Earth Spirit's roaming around, but he's normally got Rolling Boulder, needs to get that level or 2, so the Weaver should have a pretty good time in the laning stage.
Okay, so who do you favor then? K-pop, I want to hear one name.
Liquid.
I second it. Liquid. 2-0. Before I even see Game 2 draft.
Liquid, thanks for the mouse directs.
Okay, it's all Liquid here. Let's see if Alliance can prove them wrong. It is time for the first game between Liquid and Alliance. Over to LD and Winter.
Much Evered, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are live here in the Minsk Arena, getting ready, Winter, for a crucial match for both teams. Should Alliance lose this match, you can question the invite to the major, but if they win, the haters have to shut up.
Yeah, if they win here, no one can anymore question their invite. But, coming from the lower bracket, maybe they got more practice, I always like the fact that a team coming a longer way, you have more time to perfect your play style, and you find out what's wrong in your draft, and you fix things more. So I wouldn't say like being in front is better. Sometimes you rather play more.
I will tell you, when this countdown happens, the entire building shakes. They have some bass in this house. Let's go! It is Liquid versus Alliance, best of 3. Winner moves on to face the Evil Geniuses, and apparently the draft has begun again. They're redrafting. All right, the new draft is over. We're underway. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the lineups. I know you were expecting a last pick Doom from Alliance. Your reasoning was basically they need a carry. Why do you think they go for something like a Weaver over the Doom here?
I think the Weaver maybe works better in terms of dealing with the Wisp, because Weaver, in team fights, you can actually easily go behind the backline and kill the Wisp. And if you talk about the Doom, maybe your laning phase is a little better with the Scorch Earth and the Chen coming into gank. But in team fight, you might get countered. If you don't Doom the Wisp, he's always going to relocate the first target, the target you Doom in front out. So technically, Weaver will be able to deal with the Wisp better than the Doom.
Used to be a pretty common pick to counter the IO, but Weaver just fell out of popularity with all the burst damage and combos that we saw that could blow him up instantly. So Liquid a bit light on the burst here. They've got a couple of silences that might give him trouble, but unless he gets silenced, he should be absolutely fine.
Basically, this game will be a lot about the Wisp and the Chen, how much these two supports can help the lanes. Because Weaver on the off lane, you want to go and help him at some point of the game. If he's not getting too much out of the lane, the hero doesn't excel later. Like, you can't jungle the Weaver, you can't really basically go anywhere else, and you can't gank. So I expect at some point in the early game, the Rubik and the Chen, or even the Chen alone, you have to smoke yourself, go down to the offlane and help the Weaver out. That is like the key moment, I think, for Alliance to help the Weaver and speed up their early game.
So taking a quick look at the wards here as we have just begun. Alliance did block off the big camp up towards the northern lane. So trying to prevent the Darkseer from having a plan B. And they're going to lift him. Mind Control tanking the Blade Fury. Pretty decent body blocking so far from Loda. Mind Control gets low off the bat. There's discussion about his nerves coming into this one. And this is not going to help if he ends up giving away a first blood. The South canceled by a rage creep. Oh, Mind Control They're flocking to him now. Chen sees opportunity. This could probably will be the first blood. Darkseer in danger, still running his long journey around the world. Where is he gonna go now? Tries to deny to the neutrals. Is it gonna happen? The timing, no! Gake with the big plays, takes over the creep and claps him out. Oh my.
Oh dear, that was such a long run, and he didn't even get a deny.
And he used the south. He
Yeah.
used, I think, 2 tangos during the chase as well. And his big camp is blocked. You can already see he's trying to go farm it.
That was strange though, because usually Rubik and Juggernaut versus Darkseer in level 1, what the Darkseer needs to do is just make sure that you get 3 Iron Shell on the creeps, and 2 on the creeps and 1 on yourself. You make sure you get level 2, and you should be fine. Unless the Chen comes over.
But he got a little over aggressive, caught out by the Rubik with the Juggernaut on top of him.
He only got 1.5, like not even the full level. He got like maybe a few creeps denied or something. So he wasn't able to get to that level 2. So he didn't have surge to get out of that.
There's a
sticky
haster
situation.
in top. It looks like he is trying to grab it.
Oh, this Darkseer.
Ake gonna get there first, at least for the deny. So mind control thwarted at every opportunity. Ake having a big impact
He has
already.
to go back to the jungle. There's no way he can lane top anymore. He needs to be able to get at least level 2 or level 3 and then head back top.
Meanwhile, the IO on the move through the Radiant Woods. So Liquid playing a bit of musical lanes here. They are leaving their Earth Spirit bottom. But so far, Bulldog getting a lot. He's already level 3 in the offlane as a Weaver, who I would say over the past 6 to 9 months has generally struggled in the offlane, but they're not really able to pressure him with this
Yeah,
lane.
because it's an Earth Spirit, like I think the panel mentioned, they have, oh here we go, rolling boulder, but Bulldog doesn't really care about that, able to Sukichi out.
And
But,
even if you get the silence, it's not a guaranteed kill.
yeah, basically their support combination is really greedy, like Whis and Earth Spirit, I would think that they are both of the same position. They both need a lot of levels and like to be effective, so...
And versus this hero, they just don't have much kill potential early
so
on.
it's like the weakness of the draft that we was able to actually get a lot from the lane.
Well, Alliance back to the jungle. You can see Ake is kind of posted up here. Curious if he wants to go for a push, as he is joining up with Loda for the time being. Drops the Sentry Ward, wants to make sure there's no Radiant Vision. Mind Control getting some help from Kuroki, who has been known to salvage the lanes on his IO, but is not getting much in terms of levels
They
here.
might just make the Juggernaut push the lane and then they'll smoke, and the enemy might think that they are rounding up top, so they can actually get...
Looks like he is out of mana on the Chen currently, or at least he was the last time we checked. So, just enough for a penitence here, but that's it.
Should be still enough for the kill though, like with the smoke, 1 penitence and a Rubik lift.
And it's a Death Prophet mid. It's something
They should
the
abuse
panel
the
was
fact.
disgusting.
Yeah, they should abuse the fact that Death Prophet is easy to get.
What do you think about this build from Fada? He is not going for the 2-3-1 build that we've seen a lot of players go for. He's going 3-2, so not maxing the Siphon out early.
Yeah, maybe he feels like against Park, it's very hard to like keep the
To
Siphon
maintain
up.
the Siphon.
Yeah, maintain the Siphon at all times, so you want to have basically like guaranteed damage on Harris, and he helps you farm better as well.
And also maybe worried about the Chen gang, so wants to play farther back in the
Yeah,
lane.
and the other thing is like Park is a hero that wants to rotate when he has ultimate, so if you have more points in your Crypt Swarm, you're able to push the lane, and it's going to be obvious if he leaves the lane when you're always keeping the lane push.
Mind Control is catching up now, 15-0, so he's getting something out of the jungle, but the trade-off is that Alliance are able to apply pressure early, and we've seen this a lot from Ake's Chen as of late. The Juggernaut already has a point in healing ward. Loda not going for too many in stats, so you can see Alliance clearly want to take towers early and punish the Darkseer's absence. Now the IO rotates top, but the push keeps on coming. This will be a hard hold, and they're going to bring in the Darkseer
They
as well.
don't have much D push though, apart from Gyrocopter and the Crypt
And
Swarm.
he's not level 6 yet. It's
Yeah.
too early to rotate if you're Matumba man.
So that's a lot of goal boost for the whole team for Alliance. And
Oh, they get the lift off. The tether is there. Mind Control wants to turn this one around. Going in with the Ion Shell, but Lotus here as well. And he might be in a bit too far. Just raw auto attacks really hurting Mind Control. He will survive, but Alliance forcing out heavy rotations and still applying pressure in the lane.
Yeah, that was rather unfortunate because Loda was actually running back to get himself a TP. If he was already there when the lift happened, they would have actually been able to get the kill.
So Exorcism now online for Fada. Looks like he is going to go in with the Siphon. He knows there's 3 top. And they do have an observer ward here for the Radiant up near the top rune, so I believe they have seen Ake's presence in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
now he's going to go off the map.
Basically, the situation now is really pressured for Liquid on 2 lanes because the 2 supports are camping around the Ancients area. You never know whether they're ganking top or middle, so they have to rotate in players to make sure that the heroes can actually farm there.
And I'm liking this aggressive ward from Alliance as well, just trying to keep tabs on what's going on up towards those Ancients.
Yeah, basically Liquid needs more time before their 2 supports come online. When their 2 supports get levels, they're going to be really strong. But right now, it's Alliance supports are being much more aggressive because they can be aggressive right now. They're much stronger, they can dictate the pace of the game.
You know, it's something that God's mentioned. We are seeing the effects of it now that IO Earth Spirit, not really the strongest support duo. We have not seen, and they don't really have a king mid in the Death Prophet. We've not seen Jerax have his customary early game impact.
Yeah, because they are much more greedy. Obviously, you take a trade-off, you're not so strong right now, but they're going to be stronger later because you have Relocate, Magnetize, and the Silence from Earth Spirit. In team fights, you're really, really strong, but getting there is a problem for them now.
Here comes the Ake parade. But there are 3 camping out mid. This could end very poorly for him should he choose to engage. They do have the Dream Coil ready.
Yep.
It really does look like Alliance want to go for a dive. This may well backfire.
This is really good for Bulldog though, because Bulldog is getting a lot of space because the 2 supports are actually forcing up so much attention from Liquid.
Just sneaking the hero around, leaving the army behind. Fada going in with the Soul Siphon. There's the kick, but the phase shift dodges the S4. Gets up the coil, the silence on 2 as well. They are still chasing him. Can they finish him up with the Siphon? Looks like he might be okay. The Io Spirits come in. He turns with the orb. S4 low. Jukes away to the south, but Jerax is waiting and beats him down with the club. Gets the kill. Kuroki will also drop here. It's 3 down in the end. Well, I guess they got S4 Winter, but man, that hurts.
Such masterful play from S4 there, baiting them into a situation that they would take a really, really bad trade right there. Like he was not even trying to run all the time because he was trying to make the enemy think that they can actually get the kill. Like if he ran right away and the enemy saw, oh, we can't get this kill, we should back off. And then it wouldn't buy enough time for his team to actually get there. So that was a really good play from S4.
And it has been the story of Alliance's play in this patch, and you mentioned it this game, Bulldog getting a lot, but it's been almost every game where the team really plays 4 heroes on one side of the map, 1 on the other, and generally they get enough space for him that he's able to just quickly catch up and farm even if the lane doesn't start off that great. 26, yes, they're going to roll in onto Loda. He did use the Omni Slash in the skirmish mid, but now he turns around with the Blade Fury, lays into Jerax. The Chen creeps are coming. Jerax could well be in trouble here. Can he make it out? Kicks the boulder, but that is not going to help him escape. Now Fada coming from behind, gets up the Spirit Siphon. Loda dropping low, but Tumba Man able to run him down, courtesy of the Rocket Barrage. Ake also going to fall here. A 2-for-1. Liquid coming in numbers.
And
The entire team to the top lane.
Yeah, 5 heroes up there, being so that they were able
And
to actually
S4
win
is
that
already
fight.
punishing it. He's pushing out mid, and we do see the Bulldog Weaver going to work on the bottom wave. So they're still getting something, but Liquid at long last get a favorable trade.
Like you see over the course of the game, like Alliance is always doing something. They push the top tier 1 very, very early, then they proceed to pressure the mid, and then they go back, they pull the creep wave, and then the supports are always missing. They're always constantly pressuring Liquid, forcing the 5-man rotation to top to deal with the pressure that they're actually doing, and resulting into the Weaver getting a lot of space at bottom. So even though they lost 2 heroes, it feels like it's not even that bad because they are getting something elsewhere.
The perma-stacking jungle camps. EGM trying to leech that experience, and you know, EGM has not really had quite as much farm and level progression as what we saw in some of the games yesterday. He's been a bit slowed down, more early movements than what we're accustomed to seeing from him.
I mean, I guess
he's going to be able to catch up with this
it's
camp.
because the way they're playing, because their off-lane takes so much space, so
Yeah.
it's less space for the supports. I mean, it works for them, you know, maybe for other teams, they prioritize in getting more levels on their supports. But this team, they give Bulldog a lot of space.
Tumbo Man holding the top lane now, so they have switched things up. You can see Darkseer going back to the jungle, and Death Prophet just hanging on to mid. They are trying to give Jerax his levels as well on the Earth Spirit bottom.
He
So.
already has his level 6 though, but the Wisp hasn't have his level 6 yet. So I think that would be much more important for Liquid to have right now. Because Alliance is going to group up and push down towers very soon when they get the Blink and the Mag. Those are the timings. Blink on Puck, Mag on Chen. Once they get those items, they're going to group up and keep pushing. And then at that point, you want to utilize the Death Prophet to
Matamba, he's walked into trouble, into the coil, but he gets up the call down. The silence was a bit late. It seems like it'll be okay. They get the kill, they get out cleanly, and they even force the call down.
This
now.
is like a result of the pressure. He felt like he needed to give the lanes to his other, like the other teammates, so he was like farming the dangerous places, so he got punished by that. Like this is all the result of the pressure that Alliance is constantly applying.
And also taking that tier 1, it means it's harder to come and
Yeah.
help the gyro in that situation.
So basically right now Alliance are very, very close to the timing of the mech and the blink.
Puck's the most farmed hero in the game. And the Juggernaut is also getting his level, so the upgraded healing ward.
Look at Weaver. Weaver is at about the same farm with the Puck and the Juggernaut. This is the effect of how Alliance runs their support rotations.
I mean, to me, it's really just the Chen factor.
Yep,
It's
I
like
agree.
80% Ake.
Without Chen, you can't actually do. I mean, you can try to do it with other supports, but it won't be as effective. Because Chen provides the most pressure early game as a support, and you at the same time you are able to actually use the jungle to farm, so you won't fall so far behind if you're moving around too much.
It is worth noting, Loda upgrading the healing ward. It's not something you always see on Juggernauts, but with this type of 5-man draft,
Not even 1 point in the crit, yeah? That's
Yeah.
rather unusual.
it is a decent value point still. Not as good as it used to be, but
It tells you about what they want to do in the game. You know,
it's their game plan.
Yeah, their game plan is all revolving around playing around the Chen mech, dagger, and then you have healing ward. Then you keep pushing and just forcing the issue, and then maybe Weaver can do more split farming after that.
Fada just making sure the silence is still working here, and can confirm it does indeed work.
I wonder what Weaver is gonna go for this game, because usually he goes for the Lincoln Sphere. But
It looks like
I'm
it.
thinking like this game, what would Lincolns actually do? Lincolns doesn't do too much.
What does it block?
Like, it doesn't block anything apart from the homing missile.
Does it block Spirit Siphon?
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, definitely.
But Weaver can always just Sakuchi away
Yeah,
anyway.
it's not a problem for him.
Right.
So I'm not sure whether he will go for the Lincoln, but it's just a good farming item overall for Weaver.
And it's just kind of your go-to build if you don't have something else in mind.
Like sometimes you go like bottle into Deso or something else. Like
Yeah,
a
more
BKB.
like a Click style
That's a
build.
Chinese build, like bottle into
But the
BKB and
difference is
Deso.
like Clicks has Death Pact, right? So he's way tankier, whereas Weaver does that, he's still very squishy. EGM, maybe the target here. 5 heroes, what a piece of Dooney, and it looks like they're gonna find him. Jarek's committing in, even dropping the full combo there. Bulldog sticking around. It looks like they might try to turn this though. Loda comes from behind. S4 has the coil available. Blade Fury coming through. The coil's on 2. This is the reveal. S4 trying to find the opening, but the call down also decently placed. Bulldog scurries through it. And now the Magnetize comes out as the Earth Spirit dies. Loda on the back foot. Matumba Man charges in but dies. The helicopter plummets to Earth, and now Bulldog looks for mind control. They're going to orb S4 forward. Mind control, the last man left standing. 4 down, making 5. Alliance wipe out Liquid, and it only cost them a support Rubik. Clinical display here in the early game.
Technically, he wasn't even part of the fight, so I wouldn't say it cost them the Rubik
Before the fight.
before the fight. But that was such a good display of teamwork and chemistry. You know, Loda just ran in, and then Puck, he knew that the Puck was going to come in at the right time. So he dealt so much damage with the spin. And the big thing was that Prophet went down at the start of the fight after popping her ultimate. So that was basically the majority of their damage right there, gone down the drain.
And honestly, looking at all 3 of these cores, Puck, Juggernaut, and Weaver, the cooldown isn't really that effective against them. Puck can just dodge it, Weaver can dodge it, and Juggernaut has Blade Fury and Omni
Yeah,
Slash.
that's a really good point.
The ultimate was decently placed, but it ended up barely doing any damage there.
And they were like all focusing different targets. The Weaver killed the back line, Juggernaut and Puck finished off the front line. The team play was really, really good in that fight. So, well played,
Oh,
Lions
top
there.
rune looks like a little skirmish. Nothing too much gonna come of it though.
Oh, the mech is still quite a long ways for the Darkseer.
Meanwhile, the Ake mech about to be completed. Just needs 20 gold here, so.
So he's still going back for the Lincolns here on the Weaver. Just a good farming item overall for him. Even though it doesn't really block much of the spells.
I feel like there are better options this game.
Yeah, but it's just like really good at farming. And here comes the relocate.
They're gonna jump Ake in the mid lane. I think he already bought the mech, yeah. Just picked it up.
Oh, he lost all the creeps.
But
That
his
was-
whole creep army
that was
massacre,
huge.
that's big for Team
That
Liquid.
is like 2 minutes of farming time for Liquid because the Chen needs some time to regroup.
Bulldog wants to go in on the back of this. Jarek suddenly finds himself on his own. He's going to get blinked on and silenced, coiled up, and finished off by Bulldog. So Alliance finding the trade. But overall, killing the Chen and his whole creep army, worth the life of the Nerd Spirit.
Yeah, that was a lot of time they actually managed to bot before Alliance are able to regroup and push again. Because I mentioned the timing. Mac, Blink. This is the timing they want to keep fighting and keep taking
And
towers.
there's a tier 1 bottom, and that is
No,
exactly
they're actually
what they're
just
heading
going.
for.
They are not waiting for the Chen at all.
They ran past wards too. This is scouted by Liquid.
Yep, I guess they're not
They're just
waiting for his
gonna
creeps. They're actually strong enough. They can push this tower. Chen goes in the enemy jungle, takes the creeps from there, and his team just takes the tower without him.
Does Kuro have a TP?
He just
Oh yeah, he's gonna TP out.
this tower is down, so Liquid have to make the most of the map in other places. The mid lane, they're farming the jungle.
They have the Death Prophet ult. They might be able to take the tier 1 top. That would be a decent trade.
Yeah, the thing is, if they take the Death Prophet, if they use the Death Prophet out to take the tower at top, it means Roshan is gone because they can't contest.
Yeah, but if you don't use the ult, I'm not sure you push quickly enough. And then Alliance maybe come defend.
I guess they are probably forced to at least get something if they want to.
Oh, it's actually
it's
quite
too low.
Okay,
Yeah, it's so low.
yeah, he doesn't need to use it. But they still might go into
Yeah,
Roche.
they're
for
still
Alliance.
heading there. I see Puck around the Roche pit. They're pinging the Roche.
Liquid are good around the Roche pit. How are we doing on the Dark Seer? What is his vacuum level at this point? Level 2.
He's
It's a bit low.
He's still really low level. Not ready to fight. Doesn't have his mech yet. It's 200 gold shot.
It actually is a good time for Alliance to Roche, and it looks like they are going to acknowledge that as well. Strutting into the pit. They'll do battle here with the big rock. Not going to put up much of a fight against this Chen army.
Yeah, this is like a trade. They are doing their best. They're trying to force the tier 2, take the tier 2, I must say. So if they're able to get the tower, then it would still be okay for them. At least they got something in return of the Roshan.
So everything more or less according to plan here for Alliance. All the cores farming well. They've hit their timings. They've taken the Roshan.
Yep, they are basically just way too strong right now with the Chen Creeps, Smack, and the Dagger. So Liquid are just doing whatever they can, splitting the map, trying to get any return trades.
So what are you thinking for Liquid? They just need more time?
Yeah,
Should
they
they
need
just
more
be
time.
stalling the game for now?
I think the Gyrocopter needs a lot more items, and even the Death Prophet. Maybe getting towards the BKB would be really important as well, because there's just way too many control disable from Chen Creeps, the nukes. I understand the fact that Juggernaut and Weaver are both a lot of physical damage, but at the same time I feel like the need of the BKB against the Pug, the Chen and the Rubik is just way too much as well.
You know, I'm not sure how much the viewers at home have seen it, but this is a feisty crowd here in Men's Witcher.
You know, I told you, it's like when I'm in Philippines, it's the same.
It's crazy. It has been packed here from the start of the day. They were lining up at like 8 a.m. And by the way, it is really cold in Minsk this time of year, snowy as well. These fans are dedicated. I would love to see a major here.
Me too. It's gonna be so
Just not in the winter.
Yeah, not in the winter. My name's Winter, but I actually prefer.
But you prefer summer.
Yeah, I prefer summer. I don't like it that cold here.
You're a fraud, Winter. You're a
Ice
fraud.
fraud. I'm ice fraud.
You're ice fraud.
Yeah.
You're Bruno's arch nemesis.
Well, he's my friend, but sometimes I go against him. Sometimes.
When have you gone against him? What is your crowning achievement of doing battle?
I don't think I should reveal it to you.
It's not family friendly.
Yeah, then you'll be jealous, you know. Because we have all those adventures together without you knowing.
I feel very left out now. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, you are the one who said you're going to come to
I mean, I already know
Malaysia.
you're cheating on me with Bulldog anyway, so it's okay. I've seen how you look at him. The hugs.
I told you to come to Malaysia. I invited you first,
But now you've moved on. And now I'm the one who's lacking. Alright, Alliance, we're back underway. Looks like they've sorted out their issues. Liquid are pushing top. They've committed the Death Prophet ult for this. It's still fairly early in the cooldown, but they're going to back off. Loda hunting forward, looking for opportunity here. They do have the Puck in pursuit as well. Kuroki's in the trees. Looks like he should make it on unless S4 has godly predictions. And, well, he's pretty close.
He see the ghost. It's like, where's the hero?
Not going to find it.
So that was a good retreat from Liquid, not having any casualties right there, but that Prophet ultimate down, there's no way they can take any fight. I wonder if actually Alliance are going to force high ground here, because that Prophet ulti down, they have all the items they need. Blink, Mag, Aegis.
What is Loda going for? Is he going Battle Fury?
Yeah, he should be,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it seems like all the Juggernauts are always going Battle Fury nowadays.
It sort of secures your late game, because you don't want to go all out in like early game. The hero is still really, really strong late game. Like he facilitates the push with the healing ward, the spin.
Especially because their carries don't really match up
This
very
is
well
like high
against
ground. I think this is like high ground territory.
them. They are split pushing. They're
But
going to
what
try
can
to
they
take
do?
tier 2.
There's no Death Prophet ultimate. They're gonna high ground?
They're going to need a really strong vacuum wall here.
No, what level is Darkseer?
Still
Oh
level
my
2.
God,
He hasn't even got one more level.
Is
Oh
this
boy.
Rax?
This might just be Rax. Alliance going for the sub 20-minute lane in the top side. They are TPing home.
Oh, Gyro might get Liquid.
Rambling reinforcements. Liquid trying to hang on. He has managed to steal only the flat cannon. Not ideal for EGM here. And Darkseer will jump in the oh, big whip there on the vacuum. Doesn't catch a single hero with Loda Blade.
This is really bad.
Loda going to work now on the Rax. They've got the Aegis as well. The Chen creeps join the party. But Man desperately trying to force them back. They get off the stun onto Loda, dropping the wall, nuking him down as well. He has the healing ward though.
Oh dear.
Only 8 seconds, and the wall's down.
I mean, they can just technically just wait for the wall and then go again.
This will buy time though for the Death Prophet ult, which should be coming up fairly soon.
How far is Death Prophet ultimate? Oh, 18 seconds. Yeah,
But with no wall, it might be a similar situation. It's going to be
oh,
tough.
Dear.
Really aggressive Alliance. Normally we've seen them try to take games a bit later in this patch, but they are changing the script now.
What? He just walked through the wall?
Yeah,
Okay.
no. Okay.
You see that?
Yeah, no illusion. Maybe it didn't actually hit him. It's just the angle. I don't think it actually covers the right side.
Nope. He just spin through the wall again.
Interesting.
All right.
Well, if you spin, it does
guess
make
I'm
illusions.
Ice Brought.
If you spin, it does make illusions, right?
No, it goes through BKB.
Oh, Loda getting caught out here. He's low to the side, but he does have the Aegis, though. They're committing a lot to try and kill him off. They haven't managed to do the job. Liquid holding the high ground and rolling in is Jirax with the initiation. He's found EGM first kill of the fight. Might be able to crack that Aegis as well. Loda backing up to Magnetize, doing a bit of extra damage here. Loda committing the Omni Slash. He gets nothing really accomplished with that one. But the Death Prophet ult is going to be wearing off here fairly soon, it looks like. They're still chasing though. They're still moving forward. Fada being kept alive by Kuroki. They roll in again onto Man spinning so forward. They do get the Gyrocopter Alliance. They want this Rax and they want it now. And they are chasing. Fada being dove by Bulldog, forcing him back towards the well. Heavy commitment by the Weaver. He is going to go down to a karate chop. They've only lost the Rage Rex, but they have 3 as well. Falling now for the side of Liquid.
That was really bad overextension from Bulldog there. If he didn't go down, they would have actually had a really good chance of taking out the melee Rex as well. That was a really
End
big
of the day, considering how strong Alliance is at that stage, and that they
he got
didn't have
really
the wall,
greedy. Yeah.
That's pretty good, I think, for Liquid.
Yep. He got really greedy because the Death Prophet ultimate ended and he actually healed her, so Bulldog wasn't able to finish the Death Prophet. Yes, if he actually got the kill onto Fata, that would have been really huge. But right now, they paid the price for going there too deep. It's a lot of space and time for Liquid to regroup and farm.
Well, we can see the power of the Jirax Earth Spirit there. Got a lot of good boulder kicks and rolls.
You know, his stuns were really
The
good.
Magnetize was on point as well.
Yeah, but at the same time, you see when Bloda lost his ultimate and lost his Aegis, and they were still really confident in fighting, and he did so much damage with his spin that they were able to actually fight back after that. Even with the Death Prophet ulti still on, they were able to take the fight.
But a new tool is going to come into play here over the next 5 to 8 minutes, which is that Ake Aghanim Scepter. Picks up the point booster, has another 830 gold in the bank.
He shouldn't be able to get it too soon though. Like, maybe even with the next Roshan, I don't see him getting it unless he gets kills.
I think by the end of the next stages, for sure. 5 minutes until Roche. Then they'll have an Aegis for...
But because he's not allowed too much time to farm in this sort of situation, they are always constantly moving, pressuring. They want to take objectives, they don't stop to farm. They want to minimize time that Liquid can actually get levels and get farm.
I mean, you don't think they can play the farm game now with their Tricore?
I think I would
They're
rather...
all decent flash farming.
Yeah,
heroes.
but I would rather be on Liquid side if he goes to super late game, because you have the Aghanims that on the Earth Spirit, then you have that Prophet late game with the Octarine Core.
Right.
I would say it's much more difficult to actually be Alliance in the late game situation. Even though you have you have a Juggernaut with Battle Fury farming up really quick, you have Weaver, but then again, like Chen Park doesn't really compare to like late game against like Earth Spirit and the Death Prophet.
So now we'll find out what Bulldog's first big item is going to be. Has the Linked Sphere.
Should be
Desolators,
Deso. Yeah,
a
I think
common
it should be
pickup for
Deso.
Weaver here.
Because they need damage to actually kill the Death Prophet as fast as they can in team fights. So I think Desolator is one of the most cost efficient items on Weaver. I would be surprised if he goes something else other than the Desolator.
And it definitely helps you break the base, which is
What
the
they
agenda
needed
for
just
Alliance.
now. We saw just now that they were still quite slow in destroying the building, so Desolator would definitely help them in that matter as well.
Agreed. Aggressive push up here.
So basically for Alliance right now is just to make sure that they don't take too many casualties while waiting for the next Roshan. They farm up the next set of items. They wait for the Roshan. Oh no, Arcade is gonna get caught magnetized.
Jerax,
Relocate.
good grab here on the Holy Knight, chasing forward. They do bring the gyrocopter into this one. Then the silence from Fada gets him down with a Crypt Swarm there at the end.
Well, just as I
Nice
say,
pick.
they shouldn't. They want to minimize casualties while waiting for the next Roshan.
That's an aggressive maneuver by the Chen.
He wants to try and place a very deep ward into the base. I mean, enemy territory right there.
At this stage of the game, though, it's a bold move by Ake. Does not pay
It was
off.
a risky move, but I can see why he was trying to do that. Because if you look at their map vision, they need to have some wards in the enemy territory to be able to, you know, make sure that they don't get picked off. So, I mean, he pays the price for trying to do that.
Well, Alliance have lost quite a bit of that early game momentum. Still, though, overall, looking at the cores and even the supports, they hold a substantial advantage.
That's all the towers.
Got
you know,
7,500.
and one range Rex, you know.
Well, they only have a 2-tower advantage right now.
Plus the Roshan. Oh, here
Roki
goes.
getting caught out and say goodbye to your IO. He just got blown up. Now EGM stealing the tether. Oh, that's cheeky.
You know, this will only be useful if you have tether and then you steal something else from the Wiz. Then it will be useful.
Yeah. Not ideal.
Yeah,
But cool
it's
looking.
something, you know. At least movement speed.
You
know,
get swag points for that.
from you, especially. I know you like, you know, the style points, you know, for Shadow Fiend,
Oh yeah.
Rubik, you know, getting big steals.
I give gold stars for swag plays. Don't always lead to victory though in the game of Dota.
Sometimes, you know, style points matters the most. You can ask Atun that.
Do you miss the symbols?
Nah, it gets in my head.
It actually hits really annoying.
So right
But it
now,
was good while it lasted.
yeah, right now Alliance is just basically trying to secure map control, farm up items, wait for next Roshan, and Liquid is just trying to get pickoffs whenever they can, whenever they have relocate, so they can actually slow down the tempo of Alliance, because they are the team that wants the game to drag out as much as possible, so that their lineup will be able to shine in super late game situations. So both teams have very different type of plans that they want to execute right now. Roshan won. Wow, he's actually getting a diffusal. Damn, I said Deso, but he gets. So he wants to remove the magnetize, and he wants to remove the surge.
They have the silence as well, I guess, from the Death Prophet. And the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, that's why I felt like the build for the defensive item is not the Lincolns, it's like a BKB.
Yeah.
That's why I suggested the BKB build, like BKB into Deso. Then you won't have to actually go for something like this to actually help you survive.
I mean, it's not a very efficient damage item, especially not on a ranged hero.
So let's see what else can he do. So it's just basically for the silence, magnetize, and the surge.
I guess technically with Weaver, you have the free periodic double attack, so it's a little more damage than some other ranged heroes, but still, yeah, it's definitely not being purchased
Yeah,
for
but
maximum
I don't
DPS.
think it's more damage than Deso.
No, definitely not. And certainly not on buildings, which ultimately is the way Alliance is gearing up. It doesn't feel like they just want to play the farm.
So yeah,
game.
that's why I feel like it's weird, like for him to do that. If he wanted to be safe on the silence, BKB is always the best for him. But right now, he's going to be forced to be very careful in team fights. I mean, I guess you can abuse the fact that there's no cooldown, so you can keep using it. We saw it from RTZ earlier today on his Juggernaut.
Oh, there's the back. They have caught out Loda here. Coil's gonna come through onto
Loda!
the wall, just destroys him, and now Matuma Man moves onto the back ledge of Alliance, forcing his way onto Ake. Even with the mech, it seems he too will fall.
Liquid
They
is
get the
back
jug,
into this game, Gorman.
and they're looking for more. Alliance have to scramble the retreat.
Holy shit, they actually got so much out of that. They killed the Juggernaut, and now so much space to farm. And Roshan is spawning soon, right? I saw the last timer. Oh, it's already up.
Oh, how
damn!
convenient, and he just committed the exorcism. It's gonna have a decent duration left to try and take this road.
Oh,
Hold on.
Alliance.
Looks to contest. They buy back the Juggernaut. They do not want to give this away freely. Alliance trying to fight this one around the pit. Jarek's thrown up in the air, drop back down, very low, but not dead yet. Gets the kick. It's on 3 heroes. Then he rolls away to freedom.
Okay, not do
what an
anything right now.
incredible play. Omni Slash, decent, but not enough to kill them all off, and they're gonna turn on Loda, trying to run him down. Gets
The
off the
kick!
kick,
Oh my God!
He's got a 4th.
Oh my god!
Pele, step aside. Jerax has
yeah.
entered the building.
There was some free kick from David Beckham right there. Instantly into the goalpost. Then he timed it after the Juggernaut spin as well.
That was simply incredible.
Oh my god, Jerax MVP. I guess the whole game just fell out of control for Alliance right now. They lost total control of the game. So plan B.
Oh
Juggernaut
my.
with Battle Fury starting to farm. That's the plan B.
Well, it would have been nice to do that when they had the 7,500 gold lead. Age is now grabbed by Matumba, man.
Well, not every time things go according to plan. So, you know, a strong team would always be able to adapt no matter what situation. So let's see what Alliance can do from this position. Octarine co-op on Feta
They're
right
gonna
now.
look for a jump on mid. Jerax prepping here. Anybody who comes near the tower could easily be caught out. And all of a sudden, that tower advantage is evaporating. They'll grab the tier 2 mid. Butterfly well underway for Matumba. Will be a great way to deal with the Juggernaut. And honestly, the Weaver feeling very underwhelming at this point. He got free farm with her.
Imagine if he had BKB. There was no way they could
BKB Desto, and he could also have a Crystal.
He would have actually dealt so much damage, like, or maybe not with the Crystallise, but I think with the BKB plus Deso, it seems justified, like fair considering the amount of gold you have to spend. So I think if he had BKB plus Deso, he would have been able to do a lot. Maybe at the very least, if he was able to take out the Wisp right away, it would have been a different fight, possibly. But because he got kicked, silence, goodbye.
As Ford goes deep into the enemy woods, he has picked up a point booster. Are we going to see the Aghanims this game, do you think?
You like the Octarine combo?
Octarine Puck?
Why not?
Is that a good build?
Yeah, for late game, it's good. Like Octarine plus Dagon.
Okay.
But
it does feel like they need more damage. Whether it's a Dagon or...
It's like a transition, you know, you make the puck like a damage dealer as well, as a strong core. But I think Aghanims is also really good. There's a lot of combos that you can do. Your Aghanims, you put your ultimate on the gyro, you lift the gyro and you put him out of the call, you snap the call, and it's like a 4.5 second stun.
Yeah, they don't have any way to reposition someone. Do they have any force stabs on Alliance at least? Just the one on EGM.
Yeah, so it's okay. I guess it's more
not
or less
the most reliable, but
yeah, but it's more or less. I think their plan right now in team fights that they want to control Matumba man before he pops BKB, so you can use the force stuff to break it after when you drop the call on him.
And with Matumba now completing the butterfly, still holding the Aegis, they are looking to push in here.
Oh, Rubik has Spirit Siphon. Can he steal the ultimate? Can he steal the ultimate? Did he get it? Oh, he got it!
He did, but can he get the damage out in the fight? That will be the question.
Oh, that was a big misplay by Fata right there.
He had time to cast a
He had so much time to cast a spell. Anything, just cast a spell.
Still though, it is a Rubik, very squishy hero, so EGM's gonna have to be careful about when he tries to engage with this.
I think they know, they're just backing.
They got Bulldog up in the trees again, and Jerax not quite enough damage to get the kill, but they're gonna force it back. His Spada gets isolated. Where's the team when you need it? There's Matumba man rushing into Alliance, called out Black Cannon, EGM, Aki, both kicked off the map, and Loda might be next. Spirit Siphon still going. S4 on the run. Loda trying desperately to retreat. This helicopter has no mercy. It looks like he may survive, but he's been forced out of his home. He's got to go off to a new place.
Oh, he missed the kick.
He still has the healing ward. Is he going to be able to get a kill here with the Blade Fury? Jerax asking for help. Where's the team? Kick, roll, and he's gonna be fine. So Jerax kites him out. The rest of the team sticking around mid. Loda wants to come back in, but they silence him. They're gonna go to work here. Aegis is finally cracked. S4 engaging onto the Death Prophet, alive for the time being. The spin again coming out from Loda. The raw auto attacks are gonna hurt here quite a bit. The call down, he jukes it to the left. Very fancy footwork from Loda. Just stalling and delaying.
So much time for his team,
got his team like 30 seconds. And that is enough for the rest of Alliance to respawn. Still, they roll away. They're almost gotten the range racks here. Catapult, can the Cardi get it done?
Well, Fatah's almost has his ultimate up, back up again. 10 seconds. But they have to disengage right now. Everyone is just way too low. Oh my god, Loda.
Oh, come on, Cardi. He says, get the hell out of here.
Man, Loda just built his team out big time right there by buying so much time.
Do you think they should have chased him so much, though? They could have just gone mid.
Getting Loda was big as well because he bought back the last fight, so it will put him a long time in the sidelines, so I understand why they were chasing, because it was a really, really big kill there for them to get.
Yeah, Jarek's doing a good job there, not giving one up, as he was able to roll away, so it could have been even worse. But in the end, they still take down the tier 3. They almost finish off the range tracks. Liquid didn't really give up too many actual kills, mainly just the Aegis. So I think overall they're still pretty happy as we see their gold league continue to climb.
Fata has to be really careful about not giving up the exorcism again. You know, that was actually what maybe helped Alliance a little bit in defending their racks and allowed them to hold the racks. Because you could see that they were also really scared.
Oh, look at this, Winter. Jarek's grabbing the eggs.
Alright, they should be really scared right now.
They have not seen it yet either.
They're gonna be seeing it soon.
Well, I guess the Lincolns may come in handy now.
Well,
that's why he got it, because he knew Jarex would have an eggs eventually.
That sounds like a good plan. I think Jarex is gonna be able to get the Aghanims this game. I'm gonna get the Lincolns.
Just because that might happen in 30 minutes, I'm gonna get my Lincolns at 18. And they're going right back down mid. Good luck not getting caught out if you're Alliance at this point. It's going to be very dicey business in the mid lane.
Do they have the Aghanims completed on the puck yet? No, not yet.
Oh, he stole it again?
No.
No.
Not this time. No.
Even when he steals it though, he's so squishy. I'm not sure how much he can actually do, but Mataba Man will pop his BKB. They're going to stick around mid. They are about to bring down the melee racks here. Liquid, they pull ahead in terms of structural damage as the Omni Flash comes through. It's really not doing much though. Liquid are very tanky. They've got the Ogre Frost Armor negating a lot of that Omni Flash. Maybe Fata will go down though. That would be a big kill. The Octarine healing him up. It's enough for the time being. Jarex there trying to save him, turn the fight. Fata down, getting caught out by the Magnetize, doing a lot of work. The Spirit Save, it keeps Fata alive. He's back to full HP, runs them down with auto attacks. Now silencing Loden, keeping him out of the picture, but they have lost 2. They've gotten the lane of Rex. Even if Fata dies, they might just be okay with this trade. The Gyro has survived. Fata hoping for the deny at the neutrals, and it's a dog pile of Alliance heroes. They're mad about what happened to their base, and they want some sweet vengeance. They will get him. No buybacks forced out though.
That was still a really good defense from Alliance. Losing the Rex, but still able to actually get the return kills right there. So looking at the net worth going into late game, Gyro is still ahead by 4,000 gold, almost 5k.
That butterfly is a real problem for the Juggernaut as well. Those extra attacks just not bringing anything to the table, as well as just the raw agility you have.
I think you brought up a really good point as well, like the Frost Armor was so helpful in the fights against the Juggernaut. So Aghanims is completed by S4 for the next fight.
This item has been really big at times, especially against a BKB carry like Gyro who wants to be running around in the fight.
You need to be really quick. You wanna break the call with the 4-star from Rubik, or even the lift from Rubik. That's what you wanna try to achieve.
If they can do that, I think they can actually bring down the Gyro, as long as the positioning's right. But that's again where Jarex comes into play as well.
Yeah, you have to be able to...
Well, they have 2 saves. They have relocate and they have the boulder.
Yeah, you have to be able to take out the Wisp. Probably the Weaver would be the one doing that job, getting the Wisp. And Earth Spirit is like, should be Puck doing it, because it's easy for Puck to silence him instantly.
So it looks like it's going to be up to Bulldog to really focus down the butterfly carry. He's going MKB? I guess so.
Rapier?
Pipmuckle wants a Rapier. Not sure that's in the cards.
I don't think Bulldog wants a Rapier, you know.
I think Bulldog wishes he didn't get a Diffusal Blade at this point.
He wishes he had a BKB.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get what you wish for, you know. Just how things work.
And the tricky thing is, I mean, how much Weaver has he played as of late?
He played a lot of Weaver in pubs.
Did he?
A lot of Weaver.
Because I have not seen him played at all.
Because basically in pubs, he would always pick Lone Druid, and then when Lone Druid gets picked, he would pick Weaver to counter the Lone Druid.
Clearly the mistake was not giving Liquid the Lone Druid.
Why?
Well, now he can't counter it.
Oh, he had a good laning phase still this game, you know? A super good laning phase.
Oh, Kuroki maybe gonna get caught out here, but at the same time, he potentially tanks the gank for Matumbo Man, who's trying to retreat out. is running in through the dire woods, and they are hunting him, looking to cut him
He
off.
doesn't have a TP.
He doesn't have any backup. Our Spirit is moving into position though, trying to retreat. He rolls in. He's gonna enchant Remnant, Matumba Man, and potentially save the fight. Keeps him alive, drags him back, kicks him away. See you later. Escape plan has been successfully activated. But do they have enough damage to take the fight? Matumba Man's already down to half HP. He does pop his BKB here nice and early. And the Spirit Siphon goes on to load. Omni Slash committed, the Coil committed. S4 back in, but S4 not very tanky. They're working on Fada here. Spirit Siphon going again, draining up EGM, healing up from the Ghost a bit, working on the Dragon as well. Fada is almost dead. He needs those Ghosts to come back. Not gonna happen in time. Down he goes to. Mind Control is able to retreat. But that was pretty bad for Liquid. They not only lost the Death Prophet, they commit the ult, and Alliance are gonna march down mid now.
That was a 4v fight because Kuroki was already dead before anything started, so...
Well, and the Gyro was half HP, had to commit his BKB early. The Earth Spirit had already used his combo off the bat to save his buddy, so his damage output was a bit limited.
Basically, it's getting to the point where whoever makes a really good initiation will be able to win the fight, and anyone can easily just take out someone right away before anything happens and just be able to snowball from there in team fights. So they have to be really careful. Like Kuroki is a very important asset to his team because he's able to keep the Gyrocopter or the Death Prophet alive through fights. And now the Roshan goes to Alliance. Cheese as well.
Big one. And new items are about to come out here. Loda, 3,600 gold.
Man, the Chen is actually very strong in the fight as well with the Black Dragon. He did so much.
It does a lot of work. It really messed up the Death Prophet.
Maybe Chen is also a strong late gamer right now with the buff on the dragons.
I'm pretty sure Chen's a strong everything hero right now. Especially in Ake's hands.
He's actually much stronger with, you know, the new spell, the Spitfire, the fire?
Yeah,
the fireball on the dragon.
It did a lot of damage.
Is it so much
to the Death
damage
Prophet.
there?
Yeah. 85 damage per second.
And it's getting really stressful for both the teams right now. Like, no one wants to make any more mistakes because one mistake could just lead to the game ending right there. And Gyro wants, I think at this stage, wants to be able to complete his Satanic before the next fight.
That would be ideal. And he's also not saving for buyback, so it's an interesting time right now for Liquid, where the Gyro is by far the strongest carry on the map.
I think he should just buy all the items with the Earth Spirit and Wisp being on his team. Like, you have two defensive supports that are able to guarantee you not dying in team fights. So you want to abuse the fact that because of that, you can actually just go all out on your items instead of just saving for buyback.
Certainly seems to feel that way. They'll clear out the top wave. That's 4 now, working up to 3,000 gold. Looks like Loda did also buy something.
Guess he's going for Hex after this.
Got the Blink Dagger on the jug. I guess you go Hex at this point. They're gonna smoke.
Because Hex will allow you to just instantly initiate and burst someone down. That's what you want late game.
Our Spirit would be ideal, probably.
So
maybe the IO.
Can they find the key target right now?
Fada's position is good. Oh, now it's bad. But he does get off the BKB. And he's going to retreat. Mind Control maybe going to get caught out here. There's the coil. It has found 2. It's an Aghanim's coil. They can't afford to let this thing break. They're going to have to stand their ground. Matumba Man with the zone. He called out, pops his own BKB, goes to work with the Black Cannon now, rolling into Ake, forcing the Chen back. He is going to kill him off with the MKB. Now turns onto EGM, who's dropping pretty quickly to raw auto attack damage. Tries to turn the fight, but not enough as far as the Gyrocopter goes to kill him. But they have the other heroes down. Now 3 have fallen. Liquid on the run. Can they get Matumba Man? I think he's got enough for buyback now, but S4's chasing him, gets the Yules off. They can turn this with raw auto attack damage. They are going to kill Matumba Man too. It's an ultra kill for Bulldog. The Gyro busy chasing supports, and Alliance just cleaned up the backline.
Man, the key thing was like Fata didn't pop his ultimate at the start of the fight when the fight happened, so that, and then he used himself without doing any damage. If he already popped the ultimate before that, like when he popped his BKB, then it would have been a different fight because Alliance would be taking damage during the course of the time where they were trying to finish him off. But because he didn't pop his ultimate, he popped it way too late. They didn't have enough damage to finish off the other cores. That was a huge deal.
Big smoke gang. And on the back of that Alliance, they're back on the mid lane, looking for their second full lane of racks. There's a back, a kick as well. Good combo play here from Team Liquid. The call down comes through. S4 gonna deploy that Yules, and Loda starts to take a beating from Matumba Man. Looks like Alliance might be their turn to overextend. Bulldog gonna pop the cheese. The Aegis gets cracked. And now they try to finish him off the kick away. Bulldog down. S4 in a bit of danger too. Loda getting muscled down by Matumba Man on the hunt. It's hard to run for the Zerg Spear, but they're going to try. There's the roll forward. Loda with the quick manta to try and get out of here. Matumba back in. He's got to stay alive in this. He's a bit too strong right now. He's about to bring down Ake. He does get the kill in the check. Now a buyback from the Darkseer. This might be the final fight on the IO. Backing him up, rolling forward, looking for the Weaver, the backpack, the chase onwards. No, they don't have vision. He's gonna make it out. They can kill off the Chet creeps here, but it looks like S4 should probably get away. He wants to re-engage. He's looking to go back in. He does get clipped by an IHL. Bulldog with the quick pick, and Loda now going to work at Matumba. Matumba Man against the world. Matumba Man is down. That's a tieback. He's set for 100. That might be the second lane, if not the game. EGM.
Oh, mind
now
control.
working mind control. This could be another dieback. The game started poorly for him. It may end poorly as well. S4 lunging in. He gets off the Yule Scepter. Alliance, they pull out a massive fight. And they will now go down mid, take another lane of Rex.
Oh my god.
And possibly even just go for the throne.
It takes so much, it takes so much character to be able to come back after what happened. Losing a Rex, losing a Roshan. Now Alliance back in firm control. They should be able to close out this game right now with Matumba Man dead for another 70 seconds. And this team,
they're gonna throw it.
This team is back, Mr. Gorman.
Alliance certainly are back, at least for game one. Looks like Liquid had turned it. But you go back to that one fight in the mid lane where the Gyro got caught out of position. They did manage to save him, but it cost them the death
It was because the Wiz died earlier, and he didn't have TP scroll.
And from there, it felt like Alliance were able to regain their footing. They took a Roshan shortly after it. And now they're going for the throne. Alliance trying to close out Liquid in game one. Well, Liquid had to fight their way through the qualifier. Some thought that would give them an edge in this tournament. But doesn't seem to be the case. At least not in game one. Jarex trapped out of the bound. S4 with the stalling tactics. Hand of God comes through. The throne will burst. And they have grabbed the 1-0 advantage. Impressive stuff from Z Alliance.
Man, being able to win a game like this when you have such a huge advantage and then you lose it, you lose your racks as well, and then you come back after that, it takes a lot of character to do that. It tells a lot about the team.
Well, and you can see for Liquid, they look a little bummed about that, understandably considering how they had the game in their hands earlier.
Yeah, but at the same time with how the early game went, it's like, it sort of felt like